It had been 5 years since the woman was intimate with her husband. Her friend said if it went over a month, it meant a sexless marriage. Mary thought back and realized the last time she and her husband were close was before they even got married. Hoping to save their relationship, Mary dressed up one evening and made her husband a fancy homemade dinner. But her husband just seemed confused. When Mary gently suggested they have some wine together, he brushed it off, saying he was too tired. At that moment, Mary felt completely defeated. They had just gotten married, yet their relationship already felt stuck in a rut. Truth was, her husband didn't pick up on her hints at all. The next day at work, he was still wondering why Mary had gone to all that trouble. Meanwhile, his colleague Lisa, who had just transferred back to headquarters, invited Mike to a dinner with some friends. Over the meal, Lisa asked Mike if he kept any romance alive in his marriage. Mike just smiled and didn't answer, because lately, he and Mary felt more like roommates than lovers. After dinner, they headed their separate ways. But on the stairs, Lisa almost slipped. Mike caught her without thinking. Right then, Lisa whispered to him, "Would you want me as your lover?" That night, back home, when Mike saw Mary dressed up again, it finally clicked what she had been hoping for. He decided he should try to make it up to her. But inside, he still felt strangely distant from his wife. Around that time, Mary ran into her ex at the supermarket where she worked. They made small talk, and when her ex found out she was married, he couldn't hide his disappointment. He asked Mary if she was happy in her marriage. She just forced a smile. As for Mike, ever since that night with Lisa, his resolve had started to weaken. He tried to hold back, but then at work, an important file went missing. Lisa stepped in to help him, and they ended up organizing documents late into the night. Missing the last train, they had to stay at a nearby hotel. They booked separate rooms, but Lisa showed up at his door with a bottle of wine. Bringing up that night again, Mike firmly turned her down. Lisa went back to her room, but accidentally left her phone in his. To return it, Mike knocked on her door. What he saw when she opened it completely broke his resistance. Back home, Mary was still waiting up for him. She believed if she just kept trying, things would get better. But Mike had already crossed the line.